I just pulled off of Highway 290 West. State Highway 290 runs between Houston and Austin, Texas. It's the main thoroughfare between those two cities. And the reason I pulled off, well, I've been up at Hempstead having a dash cam installed in my vehicle. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But I do think dash cams can save you in several ways. This is an opportunity to try out, use my new driving video setup. And I exit it because right down here is the river, the Brazos River, the mighty Brazos. And these days, over the last couple of weeks, going down and looking at the levels of rivers seems to be the thing. I watched this channel. I've been watching it for a while now, 2 or 3 months. It's called Carrasco Ranch. And this young man goes around to the different bodies of water out there where he lives. And it's like the Frio, and I think he's done some lakes and some things like that. Him and Donnie at Barton's RVing, they've kind of kept us up to date on what's going on with the Frio and the Oasis and things like that. But here, let me turn this around. You can see down there, I'm using my new feature on my driving video setup. There's the mighty Brazos. Let me pull up a little more. Yep. And there's a bend in the Brazos up there. Wow, you see way up there, it looks like a pretty good sized tree coming down. This river is really swollen. I've seen it worse. We've seen it out of its banks a few years ago, was the last time. So it's still a good ways from leaving its banks, but it is really swollen. Let me get out. Let's go down there and get a little closer and see what we can get into. You can always find something interesting down by the river, right? There's the Brazos River. Check it out. Big old tree. There's a lot of debris in the river right now, I bet. It would be a little bit dangerous to be running up and down the river in a John boat. For sure, you'd have to be really careful. Oh look, we have an artist amongst us. I love you too, whoever you are. At least it's a positive message. A little tricky getting down here for an old dude. I'm not going all the way down to the water. One reason I pulled down here is 2 or 3 years ago, I bought a magnet fishing kit. Some fishing magnets and the gloves and the line a heavy duty line. And I've never gone magnet fishing. And I thought this might be a good spot. You know, a lot of things have taken place down here. But now that I look at it, it would be very limited, the area you could toss to. Like if you're on a bridge, I've seen videos, if you're on a bridge, there's a walkway section, and you can drop down off the bridge. You know, you can go bank to bank along that creek, and then as far out as you could throw it and all of that. I don't think this would be all that great. Yeah, all that rain. This is nothing like they've had further west. A couple hours west of here is bad flooding, but this river's way up. So Lake Somerville that I've been to and made videos before is how they control this river from getting too high. Typically, what they can't, so it catches a lot of water, the runoff, and then they retain it. It is a flood control reservoir. That's what it was built for. And then they can let the water out, and it flows through the Hwy down to the Brazos upstream of here under controlled conditions. So, yeah. Be a great place to hide a geocache down in between a couple of these things, maybe. I don't know. That's something to think about. Oh, look. How you doing there, buddy? Waiting patiently on a bug. When I was a kid, This is a garden spider, don't hurt nothing. Me and my buddies and my cousins, we would go catch grasshoppers and whatever bugs we could catch and throw them into that spider web and watch them go get it. They bite it or sting it, whatever you call it, paralyzes it, and they wrap it in webbing and save it for later for munching. I'm gonna try to catch a bug. I'm talking about it, I might as well try to do it. Man, that's loud. All right, let me see if I can find some bugs. Well, I came to see if I could catch a grasshopper, and I found what appears to be a perfectly good pair of boots. And it's both of them. Sometimes you'll find one shoe or boot out in a place like this. There's a pair, and looks like they got new laces on them. They're worn, but they're not worn out. Wow. And a phone cord. A perfectly fine phone cord. Nothing wrong with it. USB-C. That is strange right there. I wonder if that's evidence. It's like somebody stopped here to do something and they forgot to take their boots and their phone cord with them when they left. I'm leaving it there. Something tells me I don't need to be messing with that. It's the middle of July and there are no grasshoppers out here. I find that strange. There's bees. Bees doing good business. Doing what bees should be doing. Good job. Love you, little bee. You do good things. Yes, you do. I'm not going to try to catch you and feed you to the spider because you would sting me. And that would ruin both of our day. No grasshoppers. Sorry, Mr. Spider, or Mistress Spider. Afraid I'm not going to be able to help you out. I am seeing some dragonflies. A dragonfly doesn't seem like much of a meal. Pretty, I don't know if you can see it. There's a purple, I don't know, that's not a dragonfly. Whatever that is, it's pretty, kind of purple. It's like a little ecosphere down here. I found the grasshoppers, and there's tons of them, but they're teeny-tiny. This year's crop of grasshoppers must have just hatched or something. They haven't grown up enough. I've seen like 100 grasshoppers, and they're so small I don't even know that they would get caught in the spider's web. Good advice. Smile. I'm still hunting grasshoppers, but I'm afraid it's not going to be working out. There's a beautiful little butterfly. I wouldn't even think about feeding that little guy to the spider. No way. Look, if we were stranded out here in the middle of nowhere and trying to survive, everything we need right there to build a fire, including a lighter. Guess what? It's Spidey's lucky day. I stayed with it. You knew I would. I got it's not a big grasshopper, but I think it's big enough. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, Spidey, it's lunchtime. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Go to work. Go to work on it. Isn't that fascinating? Nature. And sorry, little grasshopper, but Spidey got to eat too. It's the way the world works. Patience is a virtue. It pays off. If you wait long enough, some dude looking to make a YouTube video will come along and catch you a grasshopper and put it in your web. That's the lesson learned here. And what happens? So they used to tell us. I don't know if it's true, but see the darker webbing in the middle where the spider goes. That's supposed to be its name, and they're all unique. And old timers will tell us that every time a spider makes a new web, it will write its name exactly like that. I kind of have my doubts about that, but anyway, here we go. Spider lunch.